This evening, the town clerk of Georgetown has announced a plan to relocate several bus parks. East Coast Schools Roundup with Andrew Weeks. Family launches foundation in honor of pastor's memory. Is the GTU being sidelined by the Ministry of Education? And who will be the next General Secretary of the People's National Congress Reform?
From Safetv headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safetv Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel, as well as our website, safetvguyana.com. Join us. Today, thousands of children nationwide return to school with mixed emotions. As a prelude, more than 100 benefited from school supplies to ease the strain on their parents' pockets as a family launched a foundation to honor a
Pastor James McMarcus may have passed on, but his memory lives on through the kindness of his wife and 4 children. On Monday, more than 100 school-aged children were recipients of school haversacks equipped with exercise books, pencils, pens, rulers, geometry sets, and water bottles, as well as candy to enhance their return to school.
This is the foundation, the project that we've launched, the foundation for the James Marcus Foundation, in honor of the late James Marcus, who passed away on the 27th of January 2016. Reason being,
Marcia McMarcus of the Truth Ministries International Church, the donation signaled the start of a foundation in his memory because he served not just as father biologically, but to many other children as well.
We have here bags with everything inside, lunch packs, we have bottles, we have... as people bring them, we send out invitations and people just bring the children. As a father, he instilled good morals, godly morals to them. He was a stickler for detail and still friendly, very humble person. He opened his home to whosoever will, in terms of children, even adults, even young men, young women. They will come with their problems, with their issues, and he just had the wisdom of God, and he would just release and relate to them from time to time.
Jamar and Jerome Marcus are 2 of the late pastor's 4 children.
He was a great man, excellent person. He had a great love for children. It's like no other. Young years, even as we grew, it just became he became our friend.
His love for the youth in the church and youth in the community even developed even more. So this is just a piece of his memory that we want to. We don't want his memory to die. So this is a foundation that we are using to keep his name alive because he left a legacy.
Pastor McMarcus ultimately lost his battle with cancer after he was misdiagnosed and treated for another medical condition.
It's the first day of school, and hundreds of children across the country made a big impression as schoolyards were filled with children and parents.
Traffic on the East Coast was tight, with cars, buses, bicycles all heading to their designated school. Let's begin with Lusignan Nursery. Here is Julietta Weeks. It's her first day and she is happy to be at school. But as she meets her teacher at the entrance of her class for the first time, she becomes speechless.
Good morning, dear.
Many other nursery school pupils were not so excited to be at school. Some cried while others were brave and ready for the challenges of the new day. I spoke with a parent and a few students about their first time at school. Listen. First time?
Yeah.
Okay, how was it for you?
Why? School look good.
Exciting, eh?
Yeah.
Is your first day at school too?
No.
No? You're old timer? Okay. And how was it for you so far since you come today, Hafan?
Nice.
Nice. A little skeptical about what's going to take place today, ain't it? Which class did they place you?
In grade 4, butterfly.
Grade 4. How about you? Where are you going?
Grade 4, butterfly.
Grade 4.
Same class with you.
Same class with her. What are your names?
My name is Alexia.
And yours?
Sinico.
Next was Annandale, where students were assembled on the first floor of the building to get their instructions on the way forward. But their first pop quiz question for the day was met with failure when they were asked to give the theme for education and Amerindian Heritage Month. Listen.
For me, you persons are not keeping up to date with your current affairs and your news, okay? Because if you are, you should be able to stand boldly this morning and say what is the theme for Education Month. Okay, each child matters, stakeholders unite for the enhancement of education. No break, child, come on, we have a lot of brave students at Annandale Secondary.
Culture, Earth's future, save the environment, live the indigenous.
Okay, thank you so much. Our culture, Earth's future, save the environment, live the indigenous way.
And lastly, Bladen Hall Secondary. The students were given a good prep talk from the regional education officer and the deputy head teacher, which included some stern work.
That whatever you do, you take in the name of Bladen Hall higher. So once again, welcome to the new school year, and you will be seeing me around, because Bladen Hall is one of my favorite schools, so look up to me.
I can see current students without a tie right in front of me. You all know we had a long time at home, and you should be well prepared. So grade 11 students, Ms. Harvey has just spoken, and we do not expect you to step out of line. Grade 7 students, you are now getting here. You need to toe the line. Begin to work towards matriculation, because that is our focus.
The national anthem was sung, then students headed to their classes to begin the day's work. And that's the first day's school roundup on the east coast of Demerara. I'm Andrew Weeks.
Thanks, Andrew. The town clerk of Georgetown has announced a plan to relocate several bus parks as part of a plan to bring order to the downtown traffic situation. But operators are not happy about the plan. Mondale Smith has this story.
After several decades of flying the Hatfield Street to where there is the Ashman's building and bring those that are parked and normally operating on the Avenue of the Republic area there, that is the...
You met with the traffic chief, Mr. Dion Moore, over the last week. What were some of the discussions you had in relation to the traffic situation in the capital city?
We've spoke about relocating some of the minibuses in certain parts of the city to rearrange traffic and to see how flying the South Ramsell, Guyhawk and Lodge, we will relocate those buses just around by the Parliament building. And the ones that we have around the Parliament building, which would be those that are flying Linden around that area, they will be on the, that is just nearby the Ashman's supermarket and Ashman's store, just around there.
That's Hatfield Street area there, sir?
Just around by the Hatfield Street area.
According to the bus operators, they are not necessarily happy with that move.
I don't think it's right for you to move the Linden bus park, which everybody knows.
And he was working bus right at this park. It is unfair for whoever is in authority now to just come and remove us and relocate us to a different location to put some other bus. You understand? It is unfair for bring South, Guyok and whoever is in other bus park. We are hardly and we are, you know, behaving. This park is more rowdy than us. So why is it that they should come, you understand, and just move us and do what they like with us when we've been paying same taxes like everybody else?
Public will hear more about this in another few days, because we hope to publish some information for the public in the media. So they're here to know we're moving to develop that into a civic park, and nothing should be allowed to encumber that particular area. So those were some of the matters we discussed at our last meeting.
A back of St. Stanislaus College and oblique to the Ashman's building, this is the location that is proposed as the new Linden Bus Park area, according to the town clerk. However, the minibus drivers and operators are not happy, as they believe that they should remain at that location, and the lodge, Skyhawk and other people should be removed to this park here. Whatever the end result, we will have to wait and see.
Is vacant in the PNCR, and the Sexual Offences Act is still yet to be fully implemented.
It's next level time, Guyana. Let's get ready for Love and Sunshine Destination coming October 10 to 12 to Guyana, South America. A must for all wedding professionals. Come enjoy company of Joy Agnes, Destination Wedding Specialist, Mark Jennings, TV host, lifestyle expert, Jacqueline Johnson, Destination Wedding Expert, Jerry Govaya, CEO Roraima Group, Angie Zimmerman, Floral Expert, Richard Markel, founder AFWP $250. Learn from the industry experts, see the floral demonstrations, network at the cocktail parties, and numerous breakout educational sessions. Contact us for sponsorship info at info@joyagnesevents.com. Love and Sunshine Destination Wedding Conference and Expo, a must for all wedding professionals.
John Lewis Styles introduces its VIP Rewards Card. Apply today and get special discounts on clothing, shoes, and accessories. Shop and save on your favorite brands by just showing your card. No points to accumulate or bills to keep. It's that simple. Apply today for your John Lewis Styles VIP Rewards Card. See store for more details. John Lewis Styles.
Rich buttery taste and aroma. It is used for religious purposes and is a pulpy ghee is light, pure, with a real ghee texture.
Long term, buying shares in one of the companies traded on the Ghana Stock Exchange allows you to participate in the success of that company. Unlike interest from banks, dividends from shares are tax-free, and profit from you can buy shares through a stockbroker. Visit www.gasci.com for details. Shares are freely transferable and can be sold for cash when needed. Invest through the stock exchange. One market, greater returns.
Heat and dust pollution combined can cause health problems in the work environment. At Sylvie's Variety Store, we take safety serious. Includes fans for domestic, commercial, and industrial use. Exhaust and blower fans from 10-inch to 28-inch. Pedestal and wall-mounted commercial fans 20 to 30-inch. For the furniture shops and sawmills, we stock the industrial Delta brand dust collector. So always make your workspace safe with these quality products from Sylvie's Variety Store.
With a wide and delicious menu to choose from. Also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The New Thriving Chinese Restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
Only at Kissoon's can you get the guaranteed offer of up to 50% discount on every item in their blowout factory surplus sale. 50% off for Guyana's 50th anniversary right through the year. Check it out at their spacious factory outlet at Reinfeldt Industrial Park, where parking is no problem. They're in the mood to celebrate at Kissoon's. Once you want it, Kissoon's will make sure you don't leave without it.
What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you have a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble? Call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Is the Guyana Teachers Union being sidelined by the Ministry of Education? Find out from Rihanna Ahmad.
The president of the Guyana Teachers Union, Mark Light, has been removed from the panel of the Education Commission of Inquiry. This occurs in spite of the body being one of the key stakeholders in the education sector. A clear indication of the GTU's displeasure would be the speech delivered by Mr. Light last week at the launching of Education Month 2016.
The theme, Each Child Matters, Stakeholders Unite for the Enhancement of the Education Sector.
Light, during his address, hinted at the apparent falling out between the Education Ministry and the Guyana Teachers Union.
The Guyana Teachers Union would be happy when true unity is fostered among all stakeholders. For this to happen, due respect and sincere recognition must be given to all stakeholders. A call to unite must not only be echoed when a theme is formulated for a launching like this.
Headline News understands that financial constraints were the reason given to the GTU for the removal of its representative from the panel, a move that is likely to be protested against.
Stakeholder partnership as a stakeholder.
Questioned as to why the Education Ministry thought it was a good idea to remove the GTU representative, Subject Minister Dr. Rupert Rupnarayan responded.
They were removed from the COI?
Yes.
Well, that's unfortunate. They should be on the COI.
One wonders who will be the next General Secretary of the People's
Congress. The leader would exercise his judgment, and if he says that you would no longer be General Secretary, I wouldn't be. So, but in the meantime, I am still the General Secretary, and I am functioning in that capacity, and I'm very excited that this new executive would take on the instructions of the Congress. Because the instructions of the Congress is that we should go out now and do the work that will be strengthening the party.
Oscar Clark has served the PNCR as General Secretary under 3 party leaders. As for the new members on the executive, this was the advice Mr. Clark had to say.
Now the others, the younger persons, what implementation as against those.
Thanks, Andrew. Women's rights activists are still calling for the full implementation of the Sexual Offenses Act. Before it could be fully implemented, defense lawyers raised objections about the contents of the Sexual Offenses Act and the fact that it limits an accused the right to put forth a proper defense being placed behind bars.
I can assure you, as a lawyer...
That was Attorney General and Legal Affairs Minister Basil Williams. When the act was amended in 2010, it read, quote, "For the purpose of a paper committal, only the evidence of the prosecution shall be allowed," end quote. After this was thrown out by the courts, it was amended to read, quote, "For the purpose of a paper committal, credible evidence of the prosecution and the defense shall be allowed," end quote.
Well, one of the things is that it is engaging the attention of the Court of Appeal. It doesn't preclude us, though, in the chambers from going ahead and rectify the law.
Minister Williams recently told Headline News that the administration had taken a somewhat laid-back approach with the Sexual Offenses Act so as to give the Court of Appeal the opportunity to first deal with the issue.
Timeline, but as you mention it, we probably look and have a look at it in-house and see what the situation is.
Coming up on Headline News after the break, GPSU...
John Lewis Styles introduces its VIP Rewards Card. Apply today and get special discounts on clothing, shoes, and accessories. Shop and save on your favorite brands by just showing your card. No points to accumulate or bills to keep. It's that simple. Apply today for your John Lewis Styles VIP Rewards card. See store for more details. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
With a distinctive flavor, Umda Palka ghee is made from 100% pure vegetable oil. This Palka ghee is a delight when preparing sweetmeats and other dishes for healthy cooking with a rich buttery taste and aroma. It is used for religious purposes and is a principal fuel for burning. Umda Palka ghee is light, pure, with a real ghee texture.
Don't let this moment in history pass you by. Kissoons want every Guyanese home to showcase a new piece of furniture to remember this glorious event of our Jubilee celebration. Kissoons have gone crazy. Every item is on sale right through this year in the Big Broad Factory Surplus Sale, up to 50% off for the 50th birthday at Kissoons.
This is really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's dinner? I had a hard day.
I'm sorry you had a hard day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. And experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
The government made a final offer of 10% for those workers making less than $99,000 per month, and a further breakdown for workers earning more. President David Granger has so far maintained that the government cannot afford anything more at this time.
But for one, it's not unjust. It is perhaps, I would say, what is affordable at present. We must admit that when we went into office in May last year, we did not quite anticipate the volume of indebtedness, or the size of indebtedness.
If the GPSU remains adamant, the government could very well be forced to pay a bigger increase. Headline News will keep you posted on the developments. The police quote,